Hello, this is Master Luke Chen, Tao Chinese. We continue the Tao Chinese. Remember, there's in this book 400 diagrams. This is the best for learning Hanyu Pinyin and Chinese. This is not just for foreigners; it's for the locals too. And then initials, final, and tone. There's only three things in Hanyu Pinyin. And the tones is music, so, mi, so, re, do, fa, so, do. So we use music. Since it's music, we have instruments to standardize all the tones. And it's the first time in China that we do that. I mean, they're not doing it, and I'm doing it, and I have professional musicians doing it with the tones. The initial and the final, the initial was teaching in the Chinese. We used 1958, the official publication. It's a lot of shortcuts since it was published, and nowadays the popularized one is a lot of shortcuts. But the initial the same. The initials or consonants in Chinese pinyin is the first, is the position of your tongue relative to your teeth and hot or soft palate, and so the position. And then the final or the vowels is which is corresponding with the tone, so with the pitch. So the first initial does not have pitch. They just a fixed position, and then the final had tones and or the pitch together. There's 39 of them since initially. I mean the first is still, because it's language, 39 sounds or vowels. You have to use the vowels in order to have all the sounds. I mean all the Chinese Hanyu Pinyin sounds. But nowadays at school only teach 23. That's not enough. It's missing one. There's missing one. You have to fill in the gap one way or the other. So we provide the system. And again the diagram where we got the 39, some of you might ask, that's the diagram, which does not in the, I think it's 10 years ago in the internet, but I still think that there's only one teacher showed this diagram. This is very, 39. It's very important you know all of them, otherwise you cannot do the pinyin and not have the sounds where they come from. So there is it's very logical layout. So the first is Ayawa, and then go to 6 o'clock. That's how I memorize it. O, Wo, E, Ye, Ye, I, Wu, Yu. That's the 3 o'clock. And then 1:30 is I, Y, A, Wei, Ao, Yao, O, Yo. And then 10:30, that's the front nasal sound, an, yang, wan, yuan, en, ying, wan, yun. And then the last one is an, yang, wang, ying, wong, ong, yong. This all together 39. So you can memorize it, I can memorize it, you can memorize it too. But if you want to learn Hanyu Pinyin, to memorize it. That's the way to memorize it. So we teach you an online program. Once you know it, and then logically in your mind, you repeat and repeat. Learning language is what? Repeat. But you need but right now, if you come to China, you cannot repeat because each person talks to you differently, and then you get lost. But now we have this online program, and we have to standardize it with instrument, with all the 400 of them. Every sound that is the key. I can tell you. So you listen to it over and over again and in totality, the whole thing. And then you match on the field what it is. It's not, this is different from ordinary. It's just like this is system learning and then you apply to the field, not the other way around. So that is the key. So today we got so the tongue is tilt towards a hot palate there, tilt, and then the tongue, so the bottom, the tongue and the hot palate there, the air going through, and the air going through aspirate, and then she's fricative, and E is not touching and lip, but this is just the position, as I said before, the position your tongue for the initials, where they are. So the same, the position of the tongue more or less the same place. But when it blow out the air with final or the vowels, then each one the air coming out different. But the arrow of era or the edge or the is very thin. So the error is you need to be very few in order to learn it. I mean, you know what I mean. But anyway, zheng, zhang, the final we learned today, e and z, e is a is and then ng is you open your mouth, zhang. So this is Chinese character. That's the main thing. The pinyin just two, but learning the homonym is the key. This is the great contribution to learning Chinese characters. But most foreigners cannot pass over the Hanyu pinyin, let alone to learn Chinese characters. But if you from Hong Kong who already know the Chinese character, now this one is great tool for you. But if you are really determined foreigner who have been learning Chinese, this is the best way to learn. And believe me, you will be grateful for that. So the 正月初一竞争长征争中挣扎争荣争宁争捷睁开眼睛争风筝蒸发蒸馒头整请完整拯救and then 正就是正端正证明正成功正见证政权癌症正量正就after 吃就吃气昂长 So it's a lot of Chinese character homonym. So the first tone so this is important. But again, 称流称号称职瓦称基称物结实称成功成现诚意承受成生成车成饭将成惩罚成空成止这成逞强骑乘干称相称商相商是 fricative 上是 to tilt your tongue to upper hard part there, hard and soft part up there all the way, and then fricative sheng, so it's sheng, and then in the Mandarin or the Chinese mainland China, cheng, sheng, and then I believe in Taiwan the tongue is really lower, not tilted far. So, but again, that's xiang sheng. The pronunciation, the white pronunciation is the same, except the third redo fa. I think the Taiwan's redo not fa but re. So it's so it depends where you're from and but this one is here in China. So xiang sheng sheng. 上升生育生育生处生态啦生歌外生省级省节省圣人胜利喜胜茂盛盛大盛于盛香盛 alright, so the last one rang yang I mean the same. So you pronounce the way. So you learn the system, how you pronounce it, and then you listen to your own, compare with what we have. And then the whole thing is about 1 hour. You can listen to all those sounds. It's actually 45 minutes. You can listen all the Chinese Hanyu Pinyin the sound that's in our program, and I'm telling you, it's so easy. But right now, if you use your ears, but you have to be very young, or you have the right parents who speak perfect Mandarin or perfect Hanyu Pinyin, then you can learn it. But most families in China, they speak very different from standard Hanyu Pinyin. So, but our programs really, I'm saying really, what can I say? But right now, it's very few people listen to me. But it's okay, it's not for me to worry about it. And I've learned it myself. But anyway, okay, love yourself, love others, love nature is the essence of that. 爱自己，爱别人，爱自然，就是道的真谛，道是爱。好，谢谢大家，我爱你们。
铮，整，整，正，称，成，逞，称，生，绳。省胜扔仍仍任